So on campaign finance, what campaign finance reform proposals would you support?
I am a co-sponsor of a whole set of campaign finance proposals. The first one is the Disclose Act, which requires essentially that the donors for super PACs and other campaign expenditures be done, almost immediately, and just so people know who's paying for this stuff. So I think as an intermediate step, we should do that immediately so people at least know who's behind the campaign spending. I've co-sponsored two constitutional amendments to reverse Citizens United and say that corporations are not people, people are people, and reverse the really serious consequences of Citizens United. I have proposed legislation to enact what I think is a reasonably good public financing model, Fair Elections Act, which I think really does. I don't think we will ever, unfortunately, eliminate money in its entirety from our political system or from campaigns, but we should do everything we can to mitigate it as much as possible. I think the Fair Elections Act does that with small contributions in public financing. I think actually this is the single biggest challenge we face in this country right now. If we don't fix, I just sent an op-ed to the Journal, which I hope they will print, but if we don't fix this, I think the likelihood that we will ever fix everything else we're talking about tonight is small. Because the influence of big money and now secret money and corporation spending on our elections is already having what I think are really devastating consequences. And if we don't fix this, I think it will be, I think we were already beginning to see our democracy is up for sale, but we've got to enact all of this, all hands on deck. I'm not wedded to my ideas that I've co-sponsored. If people have another public financing model, I'm happy to look at it, but I think it is really, really important that we remove money as much as we can from our system. If you think about what we saw, a glimpse of it in the presidential, that you had one man, Sheldon Adelson, who wrote a $10 million check to Newt Gingrich and kept him in a presidential campaign. Now, it could have ultimately changed the results of the nominee, maybe it did, maybe it didn't, but the idea that one person could have that much influence over our system, and we at least knew who he was, that's going to happen lots of times in this cycle. We're not even know who people are. And it's really, really wrong and bad and fundamentally undermining our democracy in the most serious way.